From the beginning, originally looking at that car and deciding to buy it, I knew it was going to be sort of a stepping stone for me. I already knew about the rumors and some of the information about the next generation Corvette or C8 being announced or going into production within the next couple of years. So obviously. It's officially time to say goodbye to my Corvette Stingray as it has sold. If you didn't catch last week's upload, I mentioned selling this or putting it on the market to start preparing financially for a C8 Corvette. I get excited about all Corvettes, and for me this is the first Corvette launch that it's even remotely feasible for me to participate in. When the C6 was unveiled and launched, I was in middle school. When the C7 came out, I was in college. So yes, I'm excited about it being mid-engine, but I'm more so excited about it actually being a possible reality for me to purchase a new Corvette when they come out at launch, and I'm excited to share that process with you guys.
Obviously, with me selling my C7 late last year, that kind of took a big chunk of what I would normally make videos about out of my daily routine. Hindsight 2020, I don't think I would have sold the car as early as I did had I known the C8 was going to be delayed and all this, the rumors around the electrical issues and you know whatever else is going on where the car is postponed and was not unveiled in Detroit at the Detroit Auto Show.
It's actually 1:30 in the morning right now, and I'm just super pumped after watching the C8 Corvette Stingray reveal. But I wanted to put this video together really quick, and we're gonna go ahead and put a deposit down on the C8. I'm really excited, as you guys can probably tell. Like I said, got the deposit in, first allocation that they're gonna be receiving. Who knows when it'll be? Hopefully it'll be soon, but I am super stoked. The ordering window opened up this past weekend, so we've actually been able to put the order in and get the car spec'd out, send it over to GM, and then await them to select the order to go into production. So not quite to that stage yet, but I'm hanging in there trying to be patient. Can't wait for that to come. But again,
breaking news this Monday morning, UAW members officially started striking at GM plants all across the country. UAW leadership voted unanimously on Sunday to have workers walk off the job when contract negotiations with GM hit a wall.
For General Motors, after 39 days where the plants have been shut down, all of them here in the U.S. and many in Canada and in Mexico, they're going to fire back up this weekend again.
As most of you know by now, the strike has pushed the timeline back pretty considerably. It was initially supposed to start production for the C8 in the first week of December. Then people were being told it was pushed out, even the early orders, to late January. Now it's looking like it's going to be February before anyone's C8 is being built. After 170 days of sitting in the dealership system being submitted, GM has finally accepted my order, so that's a huge step in this process. A lot of relief for me knowing that I do have a build week now, and my target production week is April 6th. So definitely not quite as early as I had hoped originally. Honestly, at this point, so many kind of ups and downs in this process, I'm just beyond thankful to have a build week at this point.
Today, the Big Three announced all plants will be shut down over concerns of the coronavirus.
All the plants through March 30th, so the facilities can be cleaned and sanitized. It's, of course, a massive hit for Metro Detroit, but the nation, too.
Something that I've saved up for and dreamt about for years now. Something I've been very vocal about how excited I am. So for the car to be, just seems like one delay after another. Definitely discouraging. For the time being, I have no idea when my personal C8 Corvette will be done. Finally, guys. There she is. Yep, I got it. So here it is, guys. It's finally here. As you can see, my 2020 C8 Corvette is right here in front of me. It's hard to believe, actually, because it's been such a challenging and difficult past 2 years since I sold my C7 Corvette. This is actually the next day after the delivery day. There's so much going on during the delivery day. I didn't really have a chance to just kind of reflect on the car arriving and share some thoughts on camera. So I want to take a moment to wrap up this video separately, give you guys just an overview of the car, and share some of my thoughts on just what's sort of happened over the past 2 years. For those of you that know, and as you saw in the intro of the video, this month actually marks 2 years since I sold my C7 Corvette, preparing to buy a C8 Corvette. At that time, we had no idea what the MSRP was going to be. We were all thinking it may have even been higher than what it ended up being. So, I was thinking I had to get it the best resale value I could and start saving. Turns out that it didn't end up being near as much of a stretch as what I thought back 2 years ago. So definitely regretting the decision to sell the car that early, but it is what it is, all in the past now. And as you saw by the intro of this video, it's been this month actually 4 years since I first mentioned the C8 Corvette, or the mid-engine Corvette, here on the YouTube channel. So as you guys know, it's been something I've been talking about and striving towards for so many years now. It's been just over a year since the car was announced and my order was placed. So just a really long, drawn-out timeline due to all the hiccups and things that have just come up and interfered with the car and the production. I know it's been a huge challenge for GM and everyone else out there that's Corvette fans waiting for their car. But man, I'm so thankful to God that mine is finally here. It's been a really difficult process, by far the most difficult purchase or challenge, I would say, probably of my life. And I know that sounds odd with it just being a car, especially sort of a luxury car or just a sports car. It's not like it's a necessity, but most of you realize that, this was something, it was meant to replace my daily driver. I had temporary transportation lined up, but I had to go and buy a different vehicle because it just took way too long. So no longer going to be a daily driver, and I'm going to talk more about that in another video. But it was a huge business investment for the channel to grow here on YouTube. Also just my dream car, something that I've dreamt about buying, a new Corvette, since I was a little kid. Not necessarily a mid-engine Corvette, but just being able to participate in the launch of a new Corvette. It's just been something huge on my list of things I want to accomplish or do. So a lot of goals all wrapped up into one. And every time that I would almost lose hope or feel like it was not even worth waiting anymore, or buy a C7 again, some good news would come out and just give me some more hope, just to make it until the next bad news would come out, basically. So just something that really dragged on, and man, I'm thankful that it's over and the car is finally here. Just a huge blessing. Like I said, it's something that I almost thought wasn't going to happen at one point. So just hard to believe, and I'm almost sort of speechless still, letting it sink in the next day. But anyways, I do want to give a huge thanks to my dealership, Bradshaw Chevrolet in Greer, South Carolina. When I talk about how difficult the process has been and how hard this has been to buy the car, I don't mean at all actually dealing with the dealership. That was actually buying the car itself. Once it was on its way, was one of the best car buying experience, if not the best car buying experience I've ever had. They did a great job. It was more so getting the updates from GM, knowing what was going on with the order, trying to figure out when we could expect the car, just hearing the continued bad news. Again, things that were so out of our control, definitely not reflecting on the dealership poorly. They actually went above and beyond to communicate with me regularly, let me know what was going on to the best of their knowledge, went way out of their way to make the delivery day very special, give me access to film anything I needed to, and make it easy for me to document the arrival. So, my hat's off to them. Again, Bradshaw Chevrolet in Greer, South Carolina did a fantastic job. No complaints or anything against them. It's just the process in general was obviously very challenging. So I wanted to make sure that I clarified that. Also want to get some feedback from all of you guys on any questions you have, any content you may want to see. Of course, I have some ideas of things that I typically do with vehicles, but definitely being slightly behind the game here with other people who have receiving their C8s before the shutdown. I've got a little ground to make up, and for me, it's not just about the content or the views. As you guys know, I've taken months off at a time. It's not that big of a deal for me to get views on this car, but I do want to make genuine good content. I want to help people out there who are looking to buy the car, who want legit good information, trying to figure out if it's the right car for them or if it's within their budget. So going to be working really hard to get you guys some good information on the car, regardless of how long it's been out or what view count, things like that. That's not all that important to me. I did stop making update videos just because I was so frustrated with giving you guys guesses or estimates of when the car could potentially be here. I really wanted to wait and say, you know what, things are changing so much and they could continue to change. Let me wait until the car is actually here. Show the car, as I'm doing now, which feels great. Stop the guesses, all the estimates, all the just dates on a screen and numbers. So I hope you guys understand that. It was a difficult decision to make, to take those few months and really just sort of go MIA, but it's what I needed just to clear my mind, wait until the car was actually here. I will be given a more detailed video on the exact status codes and everything, so look out for that, giving you a more specific timeline from beginning to end. That way you know what to expect with your C8 Corvette order, or if you're thinking about purchasing one in the future. But anyway, guys, don't want to ramble on. A lot of thoughts, a lot of feelings here as the car is finally mine. A lot more videos to come, but I really appreciate all the continued support. Can't tell you guys enough how much it means to me, and just wanted to share with everyone that it's finally here, give you guys a first look at it. But thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll talk to you in the next video. Have a great day.